Hello there. If you like truth, you'll like it here. Welcome. Trump wants absolute immunity. Who are we now, America? Full disclosure, I am a proud American. I love this country, though I do think we still have lots of work to do. Having traveled all over the world, I can honestly say that there is no place like America. Yes, there are places that are cleaner, healthier, safer, more cost effective, even prettier. But America is home, and there is no place like home. So, what are we doing, America? Why are we taking this beautiful place that we call home and instead of making it better, are instead lowering our standards for her? We don't want her safer. Instead, we want more guns because apparently our babies and young ones being shot isn't enough. Now we want them shot at extra more. We don't want peaceful resolution of conflicts. We want to arm more people. We want to arm more good guys so they can shoot the bad guys, and we want to arm the babies because guns don't kill people, people kill people, right? And if the good guys, presumably the babies, also had guns, then the bad guys wouldn't win, right? After all, let's say it on repeat, in the hopes that if we say it enough, it won't sound so stupid. Guns don't kill people, people kill people, right? Guns are just the vehicle they use. They are only what makes such mass murder possible. No big deal. So we couldn't possibly get rid of these weapons of destruction. We couldn't possibly curtail and control the sale and distribution of these weapons of destruction. Even with some of them being called weapons of mass destruction, we couldn't possibly be bothered to reel them in for the safety of the people we love and care about. As a matter of fact, let's arm the people we love and care about too. Let's arm the babies on their way to school. Let's make sure they have their Berettas and their juice boxes before they skip into class. But hey, why stop there? Let's arm the cats so they are always prepared for those pesky dogs. Let's arm the rats so they are always prepared for those conniving cats. Let's arm the bugs so they are always prepared for those opportunistic birds. And we definitely must arm the fish so they can jump out of the water, Rambo style, anytime we're trying to catch them on a hook. I mean, if they catch us back, that's only fair, right? What's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? Which means we should probably also arm the deer and cows, 'cause hamburgers and venison, right? And let's slide a pistol over to the pigs and chickens. I mean, maybe even just a 22 to calves, 'cause Vil and all lives matter, right? When do we stop? Where does it end? So, okay, we don't want her safer. And because I have a feeling that this message is going to make some all hot and bothered and red and sweaty, and I don't want them angry and cursing, swerving in and out of traffic in their pickup trucks, let's try something else. Having established that we don't want America, this land we love, safer, let's try for making her cleaner. But wait, we've determined that climate change doesn't exist. So what's next? Let's see. Let's make her healthier. But, oh wait, the FDA is for sale to the highest bidder, as is the USDA. So there goes that. Okay, well, we won't get her safer, cleaner, or healthier either. Let's try one last thing. Let's try to keep her righteous and honorable by electing people with an education, with purpose, with class and integrity to govern her. Let's make sure these people are above reproach because they will represent us in our interests on the world stage. People will see America when they see them. They will see what we stand for as a people reflected back from their behavior. So let's elect the best of the best. Let's elect someone that loves all of us and wants the best for us. Let's elect someone who isn't so drunk on power that he will seek it at any cost. Let's elect someone that tells the truth to the American people and puts her interests above his or her own. You know, someone who is a good person. We have agreed to disagree about keeping her safe and about keeping her cleaner and healthier. So can we at least agree on this point? Right? Wait, no? No, you say? We cannot, you say? You say we must elect someone who only loved parts and portions of Americans? The ones willing to fund him so he could continue to be wealthy while they struggled in life? but criticized, insulted, and demeaned all the others? You say we must elect someone who brags about grabbing women by the hoo-ha, clearly demonstrating he has no character? You say we must elect someone who makes fraud and deception as common a part of his day as most make their morning cup of coffee? You say we must elect someone who seeks to secretly and scandalously pay off all of his mistakes, running, ducking, and diving from any potential accountability and responsibility for his actions? Meanwhile, most of us can't even get out of an erroneous speeding ticket or overpaying for services while being underpaid for the service we provide. You say we must elect someone who is so devoid of character and integrity and just any goodness and is such a sore loser that when he loses his job, he not only doesn't turn over the company laptop, he steals and hides the company secrets in his bathroom. And when he is absolved of any consequences associated with that, he then seeks to overthrow and overturn the company altogether. But let's do him a solid and rehire him? Because he's clearly stable. He's clearly a good guy. He is not a power-hungry, self-interested Decepticon that would sell us to the highest bidder, and may very well have to, considering his continuously accruing legal fees, of which he is totally innocent, of all of them, all 50, 60, 70, 90, all of them, totally innocent, big innocent. So yeah, duh, and obviously, let's put him in office. And when he violates that office, repeatedly, wantonly, and with no regard for any American other than himself, let's put a law in place that forever absolves him of ever taking any responsibility or having any consequences for any of his behavior. Let's definitely not tell him to do better and be better. Let's not expect him to be honorable in general, let alone as the commander-in-chief of one of the greatest countries in the world. No. Let's not have those expectations of decency and righteousness and just plain old goodness. Let's see that he struggles to be and do good because it appears to just not be in him. So let's get rid of the expectation for it altogether. Yep, that sounds like a plan. That definitely sounds like a great course of action. I mean, what could go wrong? What could go wrong with removing values and integrity and morality from the world's most powerful public office? What could go wrong with removing these things from the public? As you can see, it worked out so well when we removed prayer from school. It worked out so well when we replaced the Bible with books teaching children how to masturbate and sexually please themselves after recess. Removing values and integrity and morality and a sense of right worked out really well when we made it almost fighting words to say the name Jesus or Christmas, but made it perfectly reasonable for men to wake up and identify as a woman or a goat or an oven mitt, and the rest of us had to pretend they were, or else we would lose our jobs and livelihoods. Yep, delusion and denial and forfeiture of standards and individual accountability has definitely been a successful social experiment. So let's further it by removing any expectation for decency and wholesomeness and honor and integrity from the world's most powerful public office. And let's instead replace it with a get-out-of-jail-free card for the next president, and all presidents to come, since the one who was there before couldn't do the right things to save his life, let alone save the integrity and reputation of the office he swore to uphold. This is good. I see your point. This absolute immunity that the Supreme Court is actually wasting taxpayer dollars to discuss is great, because it will give freedom to all future presidents to commit the crimes they deem necessary to fulfill their presidential duties. Dear future president, are you feeling a little horny? Go and find a woman, or a man identifying as a woman, and grab him or her by the hoo-ha. Go ahead. It's allowed. You're immune from prosecution. After all, we can't have your individual personal sexual needs go unfulfilled. You've got important work to do. Dear future president, are you feeling a little angry that someone disagreed with something you said? Go ahead and kill them. Other countries do it. And now we've given you absolute immunity to do the same. Why would we want other countries to look at us as a beacon of hope and an example of how to operate judiciously? That's played out. We want to kill people too. So we're giving you the right to do so. As long as you sit in that powerful public office, you can do what you please. Dear future president, when you lose the election, you don't have to act like you've got some sense and transfer power the way we've done for hundreds of years. You can do what you want. You can steal our country's secrets and put people in our country's employ in grave danger. Sure, why not? Your bathroom is as good a place as any to store this information. Why, your shower has a curtain that pulls shut and everything. Looks good to me. You don't have to shake the hand of the incoming president and act with dignity. No, we like to see a good old Jerry Springer showdown. Heck, many of us want to show our behind to someone too. So don't show us how we're supposed to act. Show us how a trashy person would do it. We like a good drama. And when you lose that election, don't just leave like all the others have done. Even those who felt it unfair or needed the office to escape persecution. No, that's the old way of doing things. Overthrow it, Mr. President. Like a scorned, deranged lover says, either you get the presidential office or no one gets it. Then send some of your minions and goonies to attack and clear that sucker out for you. But of course, instruct them to never do this again, because we can't have this be the standard moving forward, you know? We can't have all future presidents decide to not leave and simply overthrow the state capitol. Just you. Because then we'll never have rule and order. Well, of course, unless the president really, really wants to overthrow the state capitol. Then he can, because he's immune. He has absolute immunity. So he can, but ask him not to, okay? Tell him we said pretty please. Unless he or she, really, really wants to. I hope and pray that the concept of absolute immunity sounds and seems as ridiculous to the American people as it does to me. I hope and pray that instead of us moving away from having high standards, heck, from having any standards at all, that we wake up and see that we are moving backwards at an alarming rate. We are moving away from being America the beautiful, America the great, to being America the joke. We are already on other countries' travel advisories, where they warn their citizens that their lives will be at risk visiting us. And now they'll be able to discuss at their dinner table how, instead of expecting more from our presidents, we just decided to meet them at the low level they were at. We deserve better, America. We can get back to good. We can get back to right. We can get back to a standard of excellence, one that we expect from ourselves as well as from our political leaders. I am not anti or pro anyone, though I would vote for a cold cheeseburger before I'd vote for the orange demon, who has no respect for women, veterans, the disabled, immigrants, despite his newest wife being one, his wife, nor our government. So although I am not anti or pro anyone, I am for right, regardless of where it comes from. I'm just one of those people who believes that people should be held accountable for their misdeeds regardless of their status. If a person commits a crime, even if they once held a high office, they should still be held accountable. Whatever side of the aisle you fall on, whether red or blue, I believe we should all get back to a place of common decency where we have expectations of our leaders to be honorable, or at a minimum, law-abiding. I think that's getting lost in the sauce. So many are so pro whomever that they've turned their backs on the common good of us all. And that common good is to hold all accountable. Why is that being disregarded and overlooked by the American people who used to count on and draw strength from our government and its institutions? I can't wait until we get to a place of being less divisive and more in alignment with our core values as Americans. I don't know a true American who would be okay with someone, anyone, trying to overthrow our government, even if they like the person doing it. I am not anti anyone or pro anyone else. I am just anti-trashy behavior and anti-disregard for our rules and laws. I am anti-self-interested behavior by a person once chosen to represent all people. And this absolute immunity nonsense that we are even briefly entertaining, let alone actually considering, says so much about how low we have gone. It is time for the American people to rise up, and that means getting rid of people that are holding us down. Now, all that said, some like him because he's hateful and says all the things they wish they could say out loud. And now, courtesy of him, they do feel emboldened to say out loud. I can't help y'all, and this message isn't for you. So save your misspelled curse words and low IQ responses for someone else. I am talking to those Americans who want the best for us all and are tired of settling for mediocrity or less. sometimes way less instead. All right, y'all, that's it, and that's all. Hello there. If you like truth, you'll like it here. Welcome. If you don't, or if you believe in groupthink or bullying others into believing the popular opinion, then this isn't the place for you. So go ahead and just cancel me now. On this channel, we don't discuss my truth or your truth. We discuss the truth, and no topic is off limits. So, log in, like, subscribe, get comfy, and comment. It's nice to have you here. So let's talk.